Life stories. Number 10. Writing. Look at the timeline of events in Prince Sultan bin Salman's life. Then complete the summary with a preposition and time words. Today we will study the timeline. How can you make a timeline? What's the meaning of timeline? Yes, تعني خط الزمن. خط الزمن نستخدمه لإبراز أهم الأحداث والتواريخ التي تمر في حياة الشخص عندما نكتب السيرة الذاتية أو السيرة الشخصية. So, we will use the timeline for summarizing someone's life. So, the biography today is about our Prince Sultan bin Salman. And we have studied before about the Prince Sultan bin Salman in the listening part. And this is the listening part that we have studied before. I translate it into Arabic. Who wanna read this? Yes. Now look at the timeline of events that happened in our Prince Sultan bin Salman's life. If I ask you, when was Prince Sultan born? When was he born? He was born in June 27, 1956. Where was he educated? He educated in Riyadh and also he went to the United States. When did he fly in the space shuttle? He flown in the space shuttle on June 17 to June 24 in 1985. What did he do after that? After that, he became a pilot in the Air Force and also Secretary General in SCTA. What does he do now? Now he is the president of SCTA. وهي اختصار ل Secretary General of the Saudi Commission for Tourism and Antiquities اللي هي أمين عام الهيئة السعودية للسياحة والآثار. Today we will also study prepositions. طبعا هو قايل لنا في البداية use the prepositions and the time words. So prepositions, we have two kinds of prepositions. Prepositions of time and prepositions of place. Look at this triangle. This is a tonic triangle. هذا يسموه a tonic triangle. وهذا المثلث مهم جدا لكي نعرف أماكن حروف الجر وطريقة استخدامها. Look at in, on, at, in, time, and when we use it to speak about the location, and we use it in general or bigger things. And in time, we use it for weeks, months, years, decades, or centuries. When we use it with location, with the countries, cities, or neighborhoods. On, more specific and smaller. We use on with days, days of the week. And for location, we use it for streets and avenues. At, it is very specific and it is the smallest. We use it with hours for time, and when you speak about location, we use it when we speak about address, specific locations. And here I have more examples about these things. In as a preposition of time, we use it in parts of the day, like in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. طبعا هذه فترات تعتبر قصيرة ولكن نحن نستخدمها مع in لأنها شاذة عن القاعدة. In with months, like in January, in February. In plus seasons, in spring or in the summer. In plus years, in 1980, in 1969, in plus decades, in 1916s, in the 17s, in plus centuries, in the 15th century, in the 21st century, in plus weeks, in a week and 2 weeks, in plus period of time, in the past, in the next century, in the future, in the Middle Ages, in a moment. On as a preposition of time, we use it on plus days, on Monday, on Tuesday, on Sunday, on plus dates, on April 3rd, on 1st January 2030, on the 10th, on the first day, on plus specific days, on my wedding day, on that day, on plus time, on the weekend in the USA, and in British English they say at the weekend, on weekdays, on time, on summer evening, on plus day plus part of a day, on Sunday mornings, on Friday afternoons, on Monday evenings. Let's go to at as a preposition of time, at plus hours, at 7 a.m., at 12 o'clock, at plus parts of the day, at night, at noon, at midday, at midnight, at plus a time, at present, at the weekend, at breakfast, at the moment. Let's go to the prepositions of place. الآن نستخدم in with place. In plus countries like in Bahrain, in America, in plus cities, in London, in Jeddah, in plus neighborhood, in Al-Hamra, in Al-Malaz, in plus enclosed space, in a traffic jam, in a building, in a car. Let's go to on plus preposition of place, on plus means of transport, on a bus, on a train, on a plane, on plus communications, on the radio, on the television, on the phone, on the internet, on plus surfaces, on a table, on a wall, on the floor, on the roof. طبعا هذه تستخدم مع الأسطح surfaces. At with the prepositions of place, at plus extra addresses or instructions, at 23 King Fahad Street, at 41 Al-Washim Street, at plus specific locations point, at the Empire Street building, at the corner, at the bus stop. Now I want you to write the correct prepositions of time and prepositions of place, and also write the time words. Prince Sultan bin Salman Abdulaziz Al Saud was born in Riyadh on June 27, 1956. He was educated in Riyadh. After high school, he went to study communication and aviation at the University of Denver in the United States. When he was there, he also became a pilot. He started his career in 1982 as a researcher at the Ministry of Information in Saudi Arabia. In 1985, Prince Sultan made history when he became the first Saudi astronaut to travel in space. He flew aboard the space shuttle STS-51G Discovery from June 17 to June 24, Then he joined the Royal Saudi Air Force as a pilot and retired in 1996. From 2000 to 2008, he was Secretary General of Saudi Commission for Tourism and Antiquities. And since 2008, he has served as its president. Writing corner. Now we will revise again the prepositions and the time words. Number 1, prepositions of place in on at, وأكيد في غيرها حروف جر كثير للمكان. Examples: in Jeddah, in Saudi Arabia, in the world, on earth, on an island, at school. Number 2, prepositions of time on, at, in, from, to, like on Monday, on June 3rd, at 8 a.m., at noon, in 2001, in May, in the winter, from 2007 to 2010. Number 3, time words like since, ago, then, when, before, after. I was raised in Abha, then my family moved to Riyadh when I was 12. I have lived here since I was 12. We moved here 2 years ago. I learned to read before I went to school. B. Make a timeline about your life. Mark the important events in your life and your accomplishments on the timeline. طبعا he wants you to make a timeline ونحدد عليه أكيد الأشياء المهمة مثل ما رأينا في المثال عن أميرنا سلطان بن سلمان. وهنا يبغاك تكتبي عن نفسك your life. طبعا إيش نحدد عليه؟ important events، الأحداث المهمة التي مرت في حياتنا والتواريخ المهمة والإنجازات والأشياء التي أثرت يعني في حياتنا. Now in your notebooks draw a timeline and put some dates and also write here some events that happen like born, raised, educated, important events, accomplishments. Okay, do it now. C. Write your life story. Say where you were born, raised, and educated. Include important events, accomplishments, and influences in your life. طبعا اللي كتبناه قبل شوية في التايم لاين راح نستخدم هذه الأفكار لكتابة paragraph about your life story. فمثلا تصبح جملنا I was born in Jeddah on March 13, 2006. I was educated in Jeddah. After primary school, I went to live in Abha, and so on. I'm waiting for your writing. Write it in a notebook, then we'll read it together. Project. Choose a famous person and search the events and accomplishments in his or her life. Write a biography of the person. Present the biography to the class. And this is your homework. I want you to search about a famous person and write about him a biography. You know the biography هي سيرة ذاتية عن هذا الشخص. اختاروا أي شخصية مهمة في العالم ونكتب عنها إن شاء الله as a project. So الحصة الجاية إن شاء الله we will see this.